What's up, everybody? Rob Ferrari here. Tierra Brianna is also joining me for podcast number 10. That's number Diaz for the Spanish-speaking, and we've got a good story for you today because we just had a great time doing the Adventure Drive's Great Smoky Mountains trip, and a little bit of a recap is necessary.
Rob will lead that recap
I'm gonna lead the
my
recap.
memory is so poor.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to let Tierra actually recap it, and then I'll correct everything that she misses.
Let's
hear
go
the
through.
highlights.
Let me go through the camera roll. I can't remember. I cannot do the day by day, time by time breakdown.
Where did we start?
We started in DC. I know this much.
How'd we get there?
We drove down from New York, a few of us, and we met up in DC, had people fly in, cars get shipped in. I don't know what you want to say. We had dinner.
So I'll take it from there. Thank you for that wonderful lead-in. So we had a great time. There was about 30 people. And
28,
what's up, dude? Oh, you want it? Okay, we have an Adventure Drive's mask. Thank you very much. That's the Adventure Drive's Great Smoky Mountains masks. This podcast is being celebrated with the Clase Azul. Clase Azul is a phenomenal tequila. It's one of my favorites. And it's got a very decorative bottle, and you can always ring the bell, but when it's
ring it.
I can't, not when it's plugged in. So, but that's a popular thing. Anyway, we will be partaking in that, and who knows what might be next. But the story of Adventure Drive is a lot of fun. So we've got 3 Adventure Drives trips this year. This was our only domestic trip, and I think there's demand. We're going to start doing some local drives, and maybe some more, add another U.S. trip later in the year. Just because a lot of people are hesitant or not looking to go over to Europe, and our European trips are pretty much, I don't want to say sold out, but pretty full. I think we've got 24 out of 30 on the Paris and Barcelona trip, and then the Scotland trip I haven't looked at, but we've been planning the Scotland trip for quite some time.
Years and years.
We've been coronavirused out of this Scotland trip a lot. Mm-hmm. So went from last October to the spring to this October. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. And then we're going to Iceland, and then more U.S. trips next year.
Yeah. Any idea where the trips are going to be next year or later on this year, maybe, like the local drives?
The local drives are going to be, I want to do like regional stuff. So we'll do something possibly out to, like a one-nighter here or there. Yeah. Just so it'll be more cars. It'll probably be 40 or 50 cars one night, much lower price point. Figure like $7 or $50 or $1,000, depending on the accommodations and the food. I love the Cliff House up in Maine.
Oh my gosh!
So I think we'll probably do something going back up that way.
That's great.
Arcadia National Park, but something like that may be a little bit too much driving. Like I don't want to like finish the trip and then have to have people like drive back from like
8 hours back home.
8 hours at the end of the day on Sunday. It's tough. It's tough to do like a road trip that's like feels like you went somewhere, but it's only one night.
Yeah,
it's
you might have to do like a 2-night kind of thing, like a weekend trip or something.
Then people have to take off Fridays, and then you can't even make it like an optional first night, because if you start driving away without people, you can't you have to start and end at the same time. So we'll play with that. We'll put those up on the website. That's actually, Shavam's got that on my plate to come up with some options. And like, I mean, I'm the worst in like Jersey, because it's like, oh yeah, let's do a trip down to Atlantic City. That's not fun.
No.
Let's
not go to Atlantic City.
Yeah, let's not go to Atlantic City.
Sorry, it was my Chick-fil-A cup.
What Chick-fil-A cup?
Oh, you mean
the
one that says Whistle Pig on it?
So the Whistle Pig cup, yeah. So we're gonna be doing some drives, and that'll be fun. So if you want to join us, and that's gonna be our lowest price point of anything that we offer. It's also gonna be the shortest trip, but you're gonna get all the usual Adventure Drives, staff, the fun, the staff, the logistics, the experience, the camaraderie, the food, the activities, all fun stuff. So if you want to check that out, visit adventuredrives.com, but just not yet, because we don't have that on the website. But the trip we just did, which is what Tiara just so eloquently described to everybody, was... I didn't describe anything. You described nothing. It was a good time. So a handful of us drove down from Jersey, and it was a really weird like trip down, because Shavam was leaving from the city, and a few of us were leaving from my warehouse in Teaneck. And Shavam's like, I'll just meet you on the highway. I'll like drive slow. So he's like way ahead of us.
Siobhan drives slow in general, though, so he didn't have to state that.
And then Doug from ECS was joining us from like exit 7, and it was just the weirdest timing because we were catching Siobhan, and like we see Doug pulling onto the highway as we're pulling on, and we're like, oh, holy crap. Like
It was like everybody.
almost like Le Mans, the 4 GTs crossing the finish line simultaneously. We all met up at the exact second. It's like one of those math equations, like if train A leaves here, train B leaves here, like doing 33 miles an hour. This one's going 63 miles an hour. Where do they all cross? And we legitimately crossed at the exact same moment. And it was like, wow, that was really like, that timing was astonishingly creepy. But
it was great.
It was cool. Then we sort of rallied down to DC. We met a bunch of I met a bunch of people down there, so it was nice to catch up with some people. But we had a good time. We jumped on the little Lime scooters and everything like that. DC is awesome with the like it's one of those cities that feels like you want to be outside, and it's got activities and stuff. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. Like I enjoyed. We went for a run the following morning. We walked around a lot. We did the National Mall.
I did not run.
She did not run, but you did the National Mall with us. You walked to the Washington Monument.
Scootered back.
The scooters are fun. I enjoy them, but then they turn the scooters off after like 9 o'clock. So or whatever the timing is.
I think it's like
is
10
it 11?
or 11
yeah.
where the scooters turn off, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, because then you can't like quote unquote drunk scooter. It's even worse in Nashville. Nashville, I ended up walking a lot more because the scooters shut off even earlier. Nashville's a rowdier city when it comes to like drinking, so I can see.
I can't hang out in Nashville. It's too much for me.
Is it really?
It's way too much for me.
I feel pretty comfortable in Nashville. I feel like it's a good time.
Wow, that says a lot about you.
Yeah. So what does that say about me? Go ahead.
Just no, don't put the mic down. Just it's too. I don't know. I mean, well, you lost your cowboy hat once, so you didn't fit in there.
That was driving in Virginia. That was not.
You didn't fit in Nashville. I don't know. It's just drinking. Everybody's drinking, bar hopping, getting sick on the sidewalk.
I didn't see any of that.
Like I saw people getting sick on the sidewalk.
I didn't see that.
They have like the tractors going around that are pulling people.
Yeah,
drinking
that's not really me. That's more like an Ocean City, Maryland, or something like that. I don't do the.
That's rowdy.
Well, no, but I'm just talking about like the music scene, the restaurants. It's like nice hotels. It's just like it's a feel good time.
I don't remember Nashville being like that when I went, but probably,
you were with us. Are you talking about?
No,
you went otherwise.
I went like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I don't know. It wasn't that crazy. Also, I went during the day.
Okay.
Maybe it's different.
There's music all day. I don't know. I think it's a fun. I like Nashville. You guys let us know what you think in the comments. I'm a fan of Nashville.
I like live music.
Yeah.
The live music.
That's all about live music.
But I just don't like I think people are like out of control drinking there. Like it's not like New Orleans by any means.
New Orleans is worse. But
New Orleans is terrible.
But so Vegas people drink out of control, and you love Vegas. They call it Nash Vegas.
I'm indifferent.
You're indifferent about Vegas?
I'm
Vegas is great.
I don't like gambling. I don't like...
I mean, you don't have to gamble.
I know.
I don't know. I think it's one of the few cities that we have that is like designed around entertainment. People travel there just to go have fun. Like nobody travels to like St.
Vegas
Louis,
or Nashville?
To Nashville. Both. Like Miami, Vegas, Nashville... Like New York, those are cities people travel to primarily to have fun, not necessarily for business. Yeah. Nobody's going to St. Louis. New York.
I can't imagine people coming to New York for
work.
Not for work, but like for entertainment. I mean, yes, we have like Broadway, and there's tons of sightseeing stuff to do.
New York is the number one global destination.
We were just talking about this the other day.
You live here, though.
I know that we could never go into New York City and say like, oh, I definitely want to be here right now.
Oh no, I would never want to live there. But I don't know. I enjoy being close to the city, so we can go socialize there when we want.
Yeah.
But
you did say no dinner in New York City tonight.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling like dinner in the
that.
city. It's like sometimes I'm in the mood, but like it's a random Tuesday night, and we can go for like a nice low key dinner.
Best night to go to New York City. A random Tuesday.
All right, maybe we'll go to New York City tonight. Well, we're on the fence, but anyway,
but not really.
But not really. We've already.
But
made
not really. There's reservations.
So, Anyway, so let's get back to the beginning of the trip. So the beginning of the trip, we were down in D.C. The first morning we went for a run. That was a good time. And that was me, Shavam, and Carson came. When you run with people and then all of a sudden you seem fast, Carson was like, I'm like, oh, cool. And then Carson's like, oh, you guys are way too fast and I'll catch up. So I felt a little bad, but I wasn't going to slow down.
Of course not.
And then we're running the National Mall, and there's so many gnats, right? The little, like you ever walk through a thing of gnats and you're just waving them from your face?
Oh, at the
National Mall in D.C.
I didn't get gnats.
The National Mall is that big water feature in front of the Lincoln Memorial between the
I didn't go down there.
You didn't go all the way down.
No.
You saw it.
But the last time I was there, I do remember. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but like when you're running, you're like breathing them in. And
Ew.
Like, it's like, it's in my eye. And like,
should have been wearing your mask,
but you can't get away from them. They're still flying in your eyes and everything like that. So we did that. We actually ran a dick.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
on the map. So like if you look at the map, the way the National Mall goes is that you run like. We ran around the Washington Monument, which is the tall, pointy needle thing, the obelisk. Is that what it is? Something like that.
I don't need to answer it. Go ahead.
And then, so that was the balls. Then the shaft was right down past the Lincoln Memorial. And then the sidewalk loops around and makes the head of said dick. So we actually ran, when you look at your tracking, we ran a dick. And it was a 3.5 mile run.
Whose idea was that?
It was just what the run is. It wasn't orchestrated to purposely do that, but it's like, oh, no kidding. So that was fun. We then got on the road. We went down to Charlottesville, Virginia, and Charlottesville it's got the reputation from that stupid I don't want to call it like a white Klan rally or whatever it was. The one where somebody got hurt, getting driven over by a car or something. That was, or killed, I don't remember the details, but that's Charlottesville, Virginia. There's a great little brewery there. That was a nice stop. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. I didn't hang out as long as you guys did, but
yeah, the food, yeah, you had to leave.
I had to go.
The food was there. So Tiara actually worked that trip instead of participating. And what were your thoughts about that?
Participating is like a blast.
Yeah.
Working is still fun, but I have really bad FOMO.
Yeah.
Like to the max. And
I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been nice to participate and hang out with you guys longer, but I still felt fine because even though I was working, I was seeing you guys.
Yeah, I tried to hybrid it for you as much as I could. So you were able to, you joined us for dinners. You saw us at lunch every day briefly before you had to bounce out.
Yeah.
You saw us off in the morning, or you saw us at least sit down for breakfast. Then the last day you came for a drive and you were able to, and we'll get to that as we get there. But we drove from Charlottesville. We then drove down to the Greenbrier. And we did the Blue Ridge Parkway, which was fun. There were some nice twisty roads.
I did not drive that road.
You did not. You probably went direct, but there were some nice twisty roads, which were fun.
Plenty of cops.
We, all week, spoiler alert, we did not get one ticket. Not one. Not one pullover, not one ticket. So that worked out pretty well for us. And the trip itself, there was, I would say, we don't really throttle back. I mean, we're not full gumball mode, but we also we drive and have fun.
You guys drive reasonably quick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like it's.
You drive to get somewhere. How about that?
We drive. Well, we drive like we're late. So in the
not
funnest
like you
way
stole
possible.
it, but like you're late.
Just like we're running late, so we want to get there. So
really late.
Yeah, really late.
Hours
we
late.
left an hour late. Which does happen sometimes. We got time to make up, and there's tight time schedules every once in a while, but usually it's pretty laid back. The drive then to the Greenbrier was a lot of fun. The mountains were great. We blitzed into the Greenbrier, which is a unique hotel. If you're not familiar with it, the Greenbrier is in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. We got there a little earlier than we were expecting. And we went for a walk, and I brought you down by the golf course. And then I showed you it's gorgeous there. It's a very lush. I want to say campus. We'll call it a campus.
It looks like
almost like a college campus with a big plantation-looking building in the middle.
Not like a plantation. I mean, yes.
Describe what would you?
Honestly, it looked like the White House.
It does look like the White House.
It looks like the White House. Has a tulip garden in front of it.
Yeah, bowling alley. There's all sorts of stuff. The pool area is really wild. The tennis courts look fun. I really wanted to go play tennis
I
there.
wish we could play tennis.
We can play tennis. My club has tennis.
Do they?
Yeah, we got tennis, pool,
Are you any
and
good
golf.
at tennis?
I haven't played it in 15 years.
I used to like casually play with my sisters,
Okay.
but like that doesn't mean anything.
What day are we playing tennis this week?
This week? Not this week. Next week.
Next week, so you can practice.
Yeah, I need to practice this week, and then next week I'll
we
be
can
ready.
play. All right, I'm not going to practice. I don't even have a tennis racket. I wonder if they.
I have tennis
Okay,
rackets.
bring some tennis rackets. She's going to bring me like the wooden one with the.
I'll be like, all right, this one's good. There's a
John
hole in the middle.
McEnroe, yeah. But yeah, no, I think
good, I promise.
I think I'm okay at. I'm pretty much okay at all sports.
If you're coordinated, I think you can play tennis.
Yeah. Well, no, I can play. I just,
you're
sometimes
good or
it
not.
defaults to like home run derby after a while. So, not that like I'll still beat you, and then it'll go to home run derby when you're like, I can't beat this guy. Why is he so good at this? You know what else I beat you at? We had a wager.
What was our wager? I feel like I lose a lot.
Speed Vegas.
Our Speed Vegas. Oh my God! Stop bringing that up. The shelf is empty. Just
There's a spot on the shelf.
in case
right
anyone's
there.
wondering.
So I said we were going to show you that bottle. That bottle has not been.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
Yep.
Everything's delayed. It's COVID.
Oh yeah, supply chain problems. But we'll let you know when that bottle makes it, because we will toast to that bottle.
If that bottle makes it.
If you can't lose a bet and then not deliver, that's
on the
like-
way.
It's on the way. So yeah, and we're gonna play tennis, but the facilities there were nice. It's a great I could see going there for like a weekend. Right? There's a couple of restaurants on
Greenbrier?
property. Yeah, like 2 nights. Actually, that would be a pretty decent Friday to Sunday trip.
Maybe 2 nights. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty to do.
Yeah, there's plenty to do there. You could play golf one day. You can go bowling. I mean, there's a lot to do. There's an escape room. There's a steakhouse. There's a sports bar.
I want to do the bunker tour.
There's a bunker tour, but that you do it and you're like, all right, that was pretty lame.
Well,
it's like,
have you done it?
I've done it.
What does it
twice.
look like?
It's like a World War II bunker. It's not as.
I don't even know what that looks like, so I wanted to see it.
Okay, so we'll show her. I'm going to show you pictures. If you look it up, you can definitely see it. But we wrapped up there, and we went to the casino. They have a casino, which is also fun. And we broke up. We had 2 dinners. There's a Italian place and a Japanese place that we split up the group to. We walked around the campus, and then the next morning we had an early morning, but we still had like a nice casual drink. It's a cool place to like grab a drink.
Very fancy tea, like a hot tea
in the morning.
there.
Yeah. The breakfast at the Greenbrier it's like one of those like grand. It's the grand dining room, right? It's just it's like overwhelmingly chandeliered and big open curtains, high ceilings, like awful carpeting.
What? Did it have awful carpeting?
The color scheme there was like semi-offensive to me.
There's like pink and blue and green.
Lots of greens and reds. It's like a grand. And I kept telling you I was going to show you Meet Joe Black, but it's like at the end of Meet Joe Black. It's got this like grand feeling to the grounds and the gardens. But breakfast there was good. You had your fancy tea, which you liked,
which was beautiful. They gave you like a fun tea kettle and a cup.
So if you ever want to send Tiara gifts, big fan of tea. So you can send her all the good stuff. Like
tea.
Tea Forte is a nice one.
It's pretty good.
There's a bunch of good tea brands that you can send over. But, and you could send them to the office. Send them to 475 Alfred Avenue, Teaneck, New Jersey, 07666. And you can make them out to her, and I'll make sure she gets them.
Or he won't. Or he'll drink them.
Or I'll drink, yeah. I have a cheese set up in my house now. But yeah, that was good. They had good omelets, good buffet. It's a memorable stop. I think Gold Rush is going there probably in the next like couple of weeks when they go down.
They are. Yeah.
They are. But they're doing a similar trip. I don't know where they're going. They're going Smokies as well. But
yeah, I know. I'll show you.
But at the end of the day, you go. We went from there. We left there a little later than we were planning on it. But we drove the back of the Dragon. That was a lot of fun. And then we had lunch in Marion, Virginia. And we went to the Wooden Pickle in Marion.
The Wooden Pickle and Moondog.
And Moondog Pizza. The pizza place actually was the winner of that one. It was quicker. Yeah, it was a quicker meal. The food was like meh at both of them. We're in the middle of Marion,
The Wooden
Virginia.
Pickle was good. I had a great salad there, like a strawberry salad with chicken.
I get it, but like I don't know. It's that wasn't the highlight meal of the trip by any stretch.
I mean,
but driving the back of the Dragon was a lot of fun. The back of the Dragon. Now we're into the Smoky Mountains driving roads. And the back of the Dragon has a better, it just has a better road. It's a longer road. It's sweeping. I started on the way there, my clutch was acting up. Like I was driving down the road and like, oh, like my out of nowhere in sixth gear, the thing just decides to start blinking. And I'm like, and then you can't shift. So I was like, all right, that means the clutch is overheating.
That's pretty concerning.
Which it shouldn't have been. So on the back of the Dragon, I was trying to go slightly easier on the car because I still had like 2 full days of like driving hard left. And we went out there, and I was staying in higher gear, so I was carrying more speed, and I ended up cooking the brakes a little bit. I definitely started losing the pedal towards the end of it, so I had to sort of back everything down a little bit. But it was a long road. It was probably a solid 30 minutes of like switchbacks and fun and sweeping turns. I actually lost my cowboy hat.
The Stetson?
No, it's not a Stetson.
Oh,
But yours was
okay.
a Stetson. Mine was
My
just another
Stetson.
one. But I like that hat. It was a nice hat. I got it from Boot Barn. And
It's pretty authentic.
it was pretty authentic. But I now gone. And I saw
You have it on video.
I got it on video just like flying off my head. And it was like 18 or 20 minutes into the drive. So like it was clearly on there. It just like, you were taking this one left turn. You must have just caught the one gust the right way and it just gone.
Right off the mountain.
Right out of my life, over the guardrail. There was no stopping to pick it up. I was like, all right, somebody can have it.
I mean, so
then-
mile marker number in case anybody wants to
somebody will
go.
find it. It's weird if I tell people where it is, somebody will find it.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy about this stuff. They did that with Jimbo's drone once. The trip itself after that, we went back of the Dragon all the way to Knoxville. After Marion, we did back of the Dragon, then we went to Knoxville, Tennessee. We were staying at the Tennessean, which was a cute little hotel. Knoxville.
I like that place.
Yeah, it was a quality hotel. We took the Star of Knoxville that night, which was a dinner cruise. And that was a lot of fun. That was the food was meh. It was okay. But like the fact that they didn't serve anything other than
beautiful
soda and beer, but we didn't want that. So like, can we bring alcohol on board? They're like, yeah, absolutely. So we brought Whistle Pig.
Dandy Whistle Pig.
Whistle Pig. So we're down in Knoxville, pounding through Whistle Pig on the
I think we went through like 2 or 3 bottles.
4 bottles.
Like,
I brought 4
what?
bottles. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think it was that much.
But we had a good time, grand old time, and it was a lot of fun right up until the end, which is when my co-host fell apart.
Oh, are we going to talk about
back
that?
problems. Oh, well, we're not going to get deep into it, but back problems. She started having back spasms, and not like convulsing on the floor, but just extreme amounts of pain. So
Yeah,
we
I
had to
definitely couldn't walk for a while.
Yeah.
And very upset. Very
Yeah,
upset
it was
about
not-
that one.
And I don't know where it came from. It clearly wasn't the Whistle Pig, because the Whistle Pig usually makes you not think about pain. But
That happens randomly.
it happens
honestly.
randomly. That sucks. We're gonna get this girl's back fixed. So if you're a spinal surgeon, just kidding, we have one already.
Now taking sponsorships
Now,
for
yes,
spinal
sponsorships
surgery.
for spinal surgery. It sucks to have spinal surgery at such a young age, but it sucks to have debilitating
Stuff like
injuries.
That was pretty embarrassing.
But don't forget about embarrassing. It's just like everybody
Everybody saw me like crying.
I get it, but if you have like a medical condition, I don't know why people think it's embarrassing. No, like everybody feels bad because nobody wants to be. And it's not like embarrassing is like I drank too much and threw up on my own shirt. That's embarrassing. Like, oh yeah, I just got a little away from me.
But embarrassing is like having to run away and like cry about my back pain that nobody
You're
understands.
in excruciating pain. That's something that nobody's like, oh, stop being a bitch.
No, boy.
That's like, that sucks. Nobody wants to witness that. Nobody wants to go through that. So we're going to get that fixed. But the next day she felt slightly better, back braced up all day. And we went, I don't think we went out for drinks that night. I think we all just went back. Oh no, we did. We drank in the hotel.
Where?
In the lobby, in the same place we had breakfast. So that was a cute little like library room, I want to call it, like a bar slash.
Yeah, they had it was like a little
It was
seating
a
area.
classy little drinking spot at the Tennessean. Next morning, it's funny. I woke up in the middle of the night because not that I was drinking and driving, but
No, yeah. I don't know what happened to you.
we whoever brought my car back left it out front, and because she was going through her injury, I was like, oh, let me go make sure she's okay, because I put her in an Uber, and when I got back,
Sent me away.
I sent her like no, I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night being like, oh crap, I think I left my car out front for legitimately in a place where it shouldn't be all night. And for some reason, you responded back to me. I'm like,
I was awake. I was awake most of that night because I was
in pain.
Yeah, I was having problems. So I didn't sleep very well.
So you messaged me back and you're like, no, you parked it. And I'm like, that's right. Because I parked it and then I got lost. And like you exit the parking garage on the wrong level and you're in like a construction site. And I felt like I was in like a Die Hard movie. It was interesting. So the next morning we ended up driving down to, that's the day I took you in my car.
Mm-hmm. Went to Tail of the Dragon.
We went to Tail of the Dragon. We did Cherrahola Skyway, both great roads. Cherrahola better than Tail.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But Tail is just like a nice,
it's congested. That's the only issue is like there's so much traffic on that road.
But it's two-way traffic. We didn't get held up by much.
No,
we had
the Kia was really annoying.
Yeah, but we had 2 or 3 cars, and of the 318 turns, there was maybe 20 of them where we had to wait for somebody to pull off. Mm-hmm. So we still got 300 turns.
But still, when I could see if we didn't, I feel like we had perfect timing, right? But if it was just a little bit more busy, because when we stopped, there's just so much traffic, like people coming in and out.
There was, but that's what you get with the touristy destination roads.
Of course.
The back of the Dragon did not have much traffic at all, nor
and that's
did.
why the Skyway that we did afterwards was
Cherrahola
really nice.
Skyway was great too. There was not a lot of traffic.
I like that one
the
better.
Second half of that, we got a lot of traffic.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Remember coming down?
Don't remember at all.
Oh yeah, you fell asleep, didn't you?
I probably. Oh,
you took a cat nap on the way in.
Yeah, it was. I barely slept.
And so this was a surprise of the trip. We pulled into lunch, and it was the Talico Springs Trout Festival.
Oh yeah, that was a surprise.
So like our parking, the cops like, hey, you got to park over at the museum, but clearly you can't park 20 cars at the museum because it's the Trout Festival and there's no parking.
And
so
everybody from miles and miles away is in town.
For
the Trout Festival.
We ended up driving and finding ultimately a parking spot, and then we made the best of it. The place that we were going to have lunch, we spoke to them, or you spoke to them the day before. They didn't say, by the way, there's a trout festival.
They probably thought we were coming for the festival.
Yeah,
we're going to have 20 people come through. They're like, all right, sure, there's going to be hundreds of thousands more here.
Hundreds.
There's probably like 1,000. There had to be like
between 1,000 and 2,000 people.
Definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people there.
You know what there wasn't a lot of?
What?
Face masks.
There was zero. There was zero.
I felt comfortable there.
The entire time we were on this trip.
Yeah, it got much better. Once you hit like Tennessee, I don't think I saw one face mask. Like not like
Virginia, West Virginia, DC definitely had it, but like
DC had
Tennessee, forget it.
Tennessee, they are open for business. You looking to have a good time? You go down to Tennessee, you'll see all those smiling faces.
And everyone's so
may
nice.
not have all their teeth, but they're not wearing masks, so you'll see them smile. So that was a good time. We drove that. After that, we then drove. It was more of like a highway thing. We tried to do more of the local roads, but it was just a little bit too much in the way of vehicles. So we ended up bailing off the local roads, getting on the highway, and sort of blitzing down the highway back into Nashville. I forgot on the way into the Tennessee, and we did moonshining, and that was a good time. Did you enjoy the moonshine?
Moonshine was very, very good.
Very fun. I got 2 bottles of moonshine.
Apple pie moonshine is actually the best one.
I've got creamsicle up there, and I've got the banana.
The banana was pretty good. I mean, tasted like the Laffy Taffy banana.
Yeah. I don't know if I could do volumes of moonshine though, so we'll
You're not supposed to.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I question the ability to have a moonshine podcast.
We can't do that. No.
Yeah, I'll stick to the tequila and the whiskey.
Yeah, those are safe. I mean, I got my dad the apple pie moonshine, which is the best one, hands
apple
down.
pie is the best. Yeah.
We did a tasting on a few of them. I don't know, they were good.
Yeah. So anyway, then we pulled into Nashville. We stayed at the Virgin Hotel, great place. Mm-hmm. And the Virgin Hotel, they had a rooftop. We had a little private area on the rooftop for drinks. And then we went over to one of these like barbecue-esque, good old time places for dinner. And we had a nice group dinner, live music.
Oh, yeah.
And then a bunch of us, we walked over to Broadway and then did a little bit of a honky tonk later that night.
I did not
You did
participate
not.
in the
she was
honky
not
tonk.
feeling well, so she ended up going back and crashing. The next day, did you leave? You left the next day too early, didn't you?
I did. I was exhausted just from everything that happened.
Yeah. So the next day we went to go out. You didn't even eat that day. You were not feeling well.
No, I wasn't.
I need like a traveling. You're like the president. You need like a traveling medical team to attend to you when you go somewhere. But yeah, the trip ended very well. We were dealing with the transport after that. Transport is like legitimately the worst in the world. Like, because the transport industry, it's that we had a truck scheduled to come pick up the cars on Sunday. Of course, that truck's like, oh yeah, like flat tire or something. Tuesday it'll be there now. And like the whole point was to have you here on Sunday.
Yeah.
So when we had to get a new truck, the new truck came on Was it Sunday night, right?
For you guys?
Yeah.
No, because we left.
We left it Sunday. We left Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, they were supposed to pick it up Sunday. The truck came Monday
Tuesday.
night. No, Monday night delivered Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So
regardless, we weren't there.
We weren't there. I wanted to be there because I was there and I was like, look, the Ferrari is not the easiest car if you don't know what you're doing. And I decided to like leave instructions on how to not screw up my car, right?
He wrote like a book for this.
It wasn't a book. It was a 1-pager. And sure enough, I get a call like, hey, your car's out of gas. I'm like, what are you talking about? They're like, oh, I'm like, it's not out of gas. It's just not starting because you're not reading the damn instructions.
He'd be like, where's the instructions?
The instructions are right there. They tell you exactly what to do. And it was just like they didn't read them and they thought the car, I was like, so now I taught them how to disable the alarm. Sure enough, I get the car back 2 days later, and it just stinks of clutch. And then I went to go drive it, and I got a video, but it was just like...
Was it acting up bad?
It was ugly. It was like... It starts moving at like 4,000 RPM.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, oh, come on. So
that's done.
But like, I gave you the instructions as how to do it. But like, and it was like, if they put that car up on the top of a truck is usually when you're going to have an issue. Let's see.
You have video of it moving? Oh.
Oh, that is not how that's supposed to work. I think this thing is going to need a clutch. Wow.
No way.
That's how, and that's after it sat overnight. Like,
so it cooled down.
It cooled down, and
relaxed.
It was I just think
that's bad.
Yeah, that was not like it normally engages like less than 2,000 RPM. That's like 4,000.
That's bad.
And then you start moving.
Yeah, that was bad.
So I'll probably have to attend to the clutch on the Ferrari pretty soon, but there's other stuff on my list that I got to do. That's why it's good to have multiple cars. I already reached out to Fur Parts to be like, hey, you got a clutch in stock? And they do, which makes my life easy. So I'm excited for that.
This is what you look like. Hey, I'm dead. Blah, blah, blah.
He said, hey, I'm dead.
Blah, 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 blah. That's all you're doing.
Thanks, Ray. It's my son interrupting the podcast. I'm not cutting that out. That's him telling me what I look like.
And pointing a camera in his face and
Yes.
saying, blah, blah, blah. I'm dead.
That's
what you
how
look
I roll.
like.
You know what's cool? This room is not going to look like this much more. I've got these benches coming in. They're going to match that couch. And this room is
It's going to look awesome.
This room is going to be done. Like
I don't
dunzo.
like that lighting there, like you said.
Oh, yeah. We got to play with that lighting. I got to put the thermostat on the wall. I got to put those 2 speakers up. And then I just got another Van Gogh for this wall.
Like this guy?
Yeah, like that guy.
No self-portrait? Come on.
It's pretty arrogant. I wouldn't do a self-portrait.
Self-portrait.
With
the fireplace.
I've got a
and you
portrait of me.
sitting
Yeah,
in
I've got
like
a portrait of me like sitting there with a corncob pipe in a red velvet robe.
Yes.
And
the
drinking,
cat.
drinking
the
a
white
whiskey. Yeah.
Persian cat.
And that one I got for your apartment, so you can hang it behind your
Oh,
couch. So it'll be lovely.
thanks.
So it's not really a self-portrait. It's just like
It's art.
this is my artwork. Yeah. So
Who's that? It's Rob.
Jesus,
Not Jesus.
the flying spaghetti monster.
No. Oh my God.
So that she didn't hear of the flying spaghetti monster until I told her. She's like,
Everybody knows?
everybody knows.
How?
The Church of the Flying Spaghetti
Who
Monster.
knows? Who?
Everybody knows. It's like the.
Did they make this up?
Yeah, it's like the atheist like fu to religious people. Like,
But-
if you can believe your stuff, you can't tell me my stuff is nonsense. So they came up with the most nonsensical thing, and they're like, "Oh, the flying spaghetti monster is my Jesus."
I
And
was thinking like flying spaghetti, like spaghetti, because everyone says like Rob's
just
spaghetti
type in
or whatever.
Flying spaghetti monster.
There's no way.
Look
this
at
is
the
like
photos.
A thing.
I mean, they didn't document it. They're more.
Your YouTube's gonna come up.
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. But you'll find out when she
Oh
sees
my
it. 'Cause
God.
She's gonna, there you go.
There's no way. The Gospel, the Flying Spaghetti
Yeah,
Monster by
absolutely.
Bobby Henderson. Are you
There's a book.
shitting me?
Yeah, there's a book.
Yes, it's a parody of religion.
Yeah.
Wow. Pastafarianism.
Pastafarianism,
Oh my God.
May he bless you with his noodly appendage.
There's no way. Are you serious?
Would I make that up?
Yes, you would.
I would, but I wish I did, because then I could take credit for Pastafarianism.
Oh, you should have put this on your wall. This painting.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. You got to show the screen now.
Oh, not like anybody that's listening
I
can
know.
see it.
Yeah, but
I don't even know what that's called.
it's the one of those like old Michelangelo pictures.
Yeah, just
Anyway,
ignorance
so
is bliss.
the car stuff. What else we have coming up with cars? We got the Race Motive event coming up on Saturday the 21st. That's out of Pocono. I'm going to bring the Super to that. The Super, I just put the new battery in it.
It's the 22nd, not
Whatever.
the 21st. The 21st is a Friday.
Got it. I just put the new battery in the car. So
Yeah, we'll be at Pocono.
yep.
That'll be a fun event.
Yeah, it should be a good time. I'll trailer out the Supra. I got to get new tires for it. The tires are stupid old. They were too old when I drove on them last time, and that was like 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
The Corvette's still getting surgery down at East Coast Supercharging, so when that engine's replaced,
When is
will
that
the
gonna be
fun
done?
car. I don't know. I told them to have it done for the CF Charities event, which is June 6th. So we'll go down to Philadelphia for that.
Oh, we're doing that.
Yeah, we're doing that.
June 6th?
Yeah.
Sounds like I'm busy that day.
That's a fun one. You can be busy. I'll find somebody else, but that's a fun one.
Oh, wait. I'm probably around.
Are you?
I might be.
Yeah, that one's good. That's like a charity event, and this like really rich dude. It's like his pet project, and they legitimately shut down the highways surrounding Philadelphia, and you get like go ham.
Really?
Yeah, and like you're talking like guys coming out with like straight up race cars and everything.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's really what I'm doing. So,
Awesome.
everyone's like, oh, I just did like 75
like, oh my
miles
God,
an hour.
did
Yeah. It's
85.
Like, yeah,
Did you
wow,
guys
that's
see
pretty
that?
crazy. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. That event, I went there for the first time last year, but we just missed the shutdown highway, so we just rolled right into the parking lot. And
How many cars usually go?
Oh, it's like 150 cars.
Really?
It's cool. Yeah, it's a pretty. And this guy, he's got like FXXs and everything like that. So like the Ferrari Enzo race cars.
Oh.
So like looking at these like wild like track only like SP whatever. It's pretty wild.
That's cool.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. We've got what else we have? We have the track event. We're going to Barber Motorsports Park next. That's our
June
next
21st.
track. I'm a little like I hate, and I guess at Pocono you sort of get at it when you go around the track, but I'm looking forward to getting out and doing another open track day. I want to get my Corvette really dialed in, so I'm going to really be beating the snot out of this thing because I'm going to ship it over to the Nürburgring in October, send it over to Misha. Want to go to Germany?
Probably.
Yeah, so we'll go over to the Nürburgring and just see what it could do. Like I'm not forecasting. I'd love to get Rob Dahm out there with his 3-rotor or 4-rotor.
I want to meet Rob Dahm. I have not met Rob Dahm.
He's a good dude.
All this
Like,
chit chat about Rob versus Rob and no
yeah.
Rob Dahm.
Yeah, I know. He's a good dude. So we have a good time together. So we're gonna schedule time to film, and then ultimately, I guess that'll be the finale, is us sending both cars out to the Nürburgring. I don't keep up with him to know if his car is actually running in one piece, but what?
Sorry, there's a hole in my pocket. Go on.
All right. So when you're mailing stuff, she can also use more pants because she has a hole in her pocket.
Size 2 jeans, please.
2?
2.
0.
I mean, 2 to be safe. It depends who
2 to be
makes it.
safe. Yeah, it depends. Just send a 2 and a 0. We'll send one back. She likes white pants, black pants,
Black pants
striped
are
pants, whatever. Send her over stuff. she's got to find the benefit of these podcasts and YouTube videos.
I'm gonna have so many pants. I'm not gonna know.
Yeah,
what to
it's
do.
nice to. It's just kind of a wardrobe of all pants. But it's nice to. It's fun when people like companies, sponsors, people send stuff. The fact that we have so much Whistle Pig in our lives, I think is phenomenal.
It's crazy.
We were at the Greenbrier and they've
How
got
are we sober?
the Whistle Pig display in the back. And I was like, oh, how much is I like the 18s. My favorite. It's $120 a glass. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just drink it when I get home.
You're like, oh, you know what? Yeah. Nope. I cannot like buy Whistle Pig now. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. 'Cause
I
we get
don't
it all
have
for
to,
free,
of course.
but
But like if we go out, I'm like, like damn, like really? Some of it's very expensive.
no, it's
like
all
that
very
18
expensive. The 18 is like
that's ridiculous.
$400 a bottle. The Boss Hog is like $700 a bottle.
It's crazy.
Which is wild to me because, like, if you think about the Blue Label bottle you're getting me, that's like $225.
The one I'm getting you.
and that's what. Well, I mean, that you owe me.
Yes.
That's the same as these Whistle Pig 15s, but
Mm-hmm.
like Blue Label is like everyone's like, oh, Blue Label, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, that's just their like mid-range 15-year-old
we should
whiskey.
do like compare like a bunch of different
should.
whiskeys. Let's do that. Let's set that up.
So I got these
Not right
little
now.
tasting cups right there.
But
and I will let you rank whiskeys.
Yeah,
we'll
let's-
do that
let's
next
do
time.
that. That's
That's our
good.
next podcast. We're going to do the whiskey ranking. And I mean, right now, I mean, you know the French one.
That one's so
that's too
good.
easy, but it's also like a lighter proof. It's like 40
Yeah.
proof or something.
Glenfiddich is. I mean, that's not like.
You know what? Maybe I'll let you try to pick the Glenfiddich from the 15. I can get a 21. I've got an 18, a 12. I always have 15, but I'm out of it. If I don't know if you notice, the bottles, like a lot of them, are like on that last glass.
Yeah.
And I
It's
don't
time-
want. I
time
don't
for
want
a
to
restock.
finish it because I'm gonna have to go like drop another $1,000 at the liquor store.
They're
to-
all like going down slowly. They're pretty all even.
below the label. So I've got a bunch of like almost finished bottles that we're gonna
That
tap.
Boss Hog is about to tap out soon.
Yeah, but no, it's a half a bottle. But Boss Hog, I'm not worried about because we've got Whistle Pig reached out to me on the trip. They're like, "Yo, we got to restock you." And I'm like, "Yes, you do. Thank you very much."
Actually,
and
yes.
my wife loves your maple syrup.
Oh my
so be sure
gosh,
to
the syrup
hook
is
that up.
good.
It's good, but it's like
So good.
more syrup. Yeah, my son loves it too.
That syrup is phenomenal. I brought some home for my family and they loved it.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So I don't know what else. Give me a little real estate update because I don't think we've had a real estate update for a
my
minute.
gosh.
If you're not familiar, Tiara does real estate in the North Jersey area. Yeah, I have one of those too. I've got an NSX. Thanks. All right, you're in the podcast.
That one's clean.
He's catching up on the phone calls. All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
New NSX. Anyways. So quick little update. Oh wow. I don't even know where to start.
I mean, you've got a couple of
Recently,
closings now, but things
yeah.
are getting wild, right? Aren't like
They are crazy. I mean, they've been crazy from the beginning. We've been seeing a ton of bidding wars.
which is crazy. People bidding like
That
I'm going to sell my house for $500,000. Well, buddy, it's worth $400,000. I'm going to sell it for $500,000, and then like people
then someone's
fight
like, "I'll
over
give
it,
you
and it sells for
$6,000."
$650,000.
Yeah, we just my team had a listing, a multifamily home, probably 5 days on market, and just went like $100K over ask.
Which is nuts because like you think a mortgage company wouldn't write a loan for something that's overvalued. Like, oh, I would love to buy a Mustang. Could you
Well,
give me a $300,000 loan? The
People
answer is probably
waive the appraisals. So if there's an issue with the lending, people will make that up in cash. The only issue is you
no.
have to
Where's
be.
all these people with all
That's
this cash?
what I want to know. Where are they? Because they're not like my clients are awesome, but my clients cannot keep up with this.
Yeah, like
we are not those
you need
people
another $100,000. I got it
pulling
right here
an
in my
extra
pocket.
200K.
Yeah.
like out of nowhere and saying, "All right, we'll do this. Like, just give me the house." I know we just lost out on another property. It was 3 days on market. Right now, the 750 between 750 and 950 is kind of like
That's the hot range around here.
Those homes are going
Now,
quick.
just remember, not everybody is from New York. So 750 to 950 to some people, like that's a mansion in Kansas.
and that's a
like an
two-bedroom
estate. You know,
in Hoboken.
We're talking a legitimate like 7-acre estate.
Yeah, no.
In other places, and now you're talking that's like a 2-bedroom place.
This is going to get you a 1,400 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe 1 parking spot,
Yeah.
a balcony. But this one did have a yard. It had a yard. It had a garage spot. It was listed around like 930,000, and 3 days on market. Took it off the market. They accepted an offer. Wouldn't even let my clients in.
Which is weird. Usually people are just give me the most money.
I think they wouldn't call for highest and best. What we're thinking is that they got an offer at like 999.
Okay.
So that avoids mansion tax.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Yeah. Anything
What's
like
mansion tax? I'm not
anything
selling
over
this
$1
place,
million
but
you pay like an extra tax on.
Where's that?
That's anywhere. That's like
Really?
New Jersey. Yeah.
Do I pay-
New Jersey as far as I'm concerned.
No, like I don't know. My taxes are actually very low in this place.
Well, you didn't. Well, what did you pay like to build the home?
I'm going to be into this place for about 1.4.
1.4. So, you know, I don't know how it works with like ground up construction versus actually purchasing
Just
a
to
property
purchase, yeah.
that's like over $1 million. So, I mean, that's something we can look into.
Yeah.
But so I have a feeling that they came in with an offer just under $1 million, which is good enough for them to take it off the market. That's like $70K over what they're really looking for.
Sure.
And, you know, they wouldn't let us in. So homes like that are moving very, very fast.
Do you see a lot of people moving to rentals versus buying because the market's so hot? Like
No.
nobody wants to buy when the market's at its peak.
We thought, I mean, in the beginning, people were renting, but now it's renters are becoming buyers. Everybody wants to buy. It's the interest rates.
Interesting. Yeah,
It's-
because the interest rates are very low. It's
Yeah,
like
the
2%.
affordability is
Yeah.
up, let's say. So the prices are going up
Yeah.
because people can now
You can buy a
afford to
little
take
bit more because the interest rate on the mortgage is lower. Yeah, interesting. I didn't.
Yeah.
I never looked at that from
So
that perspective.
our rental inventory is sitting there. There was one point where we had like triple our rental inventory than we had like the same time last year, and things were not moving. We have rentals sitting a year, like, you know,
Interesting.
stuff like that. And houses are going 3 days, 5 days, a
crazy.
week. Like if something's on the market for like more than a week, it's like, all right, like what's going on?
So, and we both have daily driver needs. I've got to get something. You're going to get something. You're going to get out of that Mustang pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, I need like a 4-door, I feel like, or just
Yeah.
something with a little bit more space. The open house signs in the back of my car right now are just not cutting
I mean,
it.
like I'll have the 4-door. So if you need to find that like hybrid car that's sort of fun.
Maybe like a F80 M3.
Yeah.
It's like a fun car.
Yeah. I don't think that's a bad play.
It's 4-door, sporty.
Okay, I didn't think about the 4-door version. I always think of like the
That's-
2-door versions.
The M4.
The M4 is a 2-door.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, something so you can have some fun because you're always stuck, and they're like, I wish I had a fun car,
I know.
and we'll get you there. But
other
we're well on
things.
our way. You're in the right industry at the right time, and I think you're having a good amount of fun. Probably more fun than anyone should be having.
I know.
So
I think, yeah. I don't think of a time in my life where I'm like, damn, like I really wish I was doing something else.
yeah, tomorrow.
I mean,
Like except right now.
right now,
This very second.
yesterday, if we want to talk about that.
Yeah. So, what was yesterday?
Yesterday we did this.
Oh, we did not do this because it didn't record yesterday.
Yeah. So
But speaking of not recording, we've got things to do. I hope you guys enjoyed the little recap. We've got some more stuff coming up, some cool videos coming up. Oh, I did the rock chip video. That was a big one. We'll talk.
check that one
Yeah,
out.
we'll talk about that. I'm pretty concerned with that process, but we'll keep you in the loop. Check us next time, podcast 11. We'll talk about rock chips. That's on you to remember that.
all right,
And,
noted.
and some other fun stuff we're gonna do. Every week is fun. Like it's cool
We
to do
have
the podcast
something,
because we have a
yeah.
pretty fun life. So at least I do. And then you're sort
And
of
I'm
there
just
a lot.
here, like-
no, you. She's definitely like around a lot. So we have a good time. We'll bring it to you. Thank you guys for listening. Be sure to check out. If you need real estate, and only if you need real estate, hit her up.
Yeah, just real estate, please hit
If
me
you
up.
want to follow her on Instagram, Brianna.
Tiara.Brianna, yep.
And you know how to find me. The house series is back up and kicking, and I'm going to start my restaurant series, which is called Driven to Eat. I've been sitting on these videos for a while. I'm looking for some footage that I'm missing, and then I'll get those all out there. So I'm going to probably run one of those tomorrow. So enjoy. Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you next time. Appreciate it.
Thanks.